Have you been listening? That's continued. If you could just like ping someone an email if you're at ISM. Mr. H has said it's been very good. Volume is okay.
Right,
So I hope
great.
you enjoyed it.
You probably heard some of the points that we called incorrectly, but
That's how it goes.
that's how it goes.
We're working with minimal technology here. Yeah, Miss Arte, it's been great. Thanks for joining up here.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll switch back on hopefully in a few seconds and
Stay tuned.
see if the SAS boys would like to answer a couple of questions. Thank you.
ISB alternate for court 8. You need to get to the court immediately. Your opponent has been waiting 5 minutes. You are 5 minutes into your defaulting time. ISB alternate, please get to court 8. Thank you. Boys.
You can hold that one. So, just got a little interview here with the winning team from that amazing boys double match to start the day here on court number 6. I believe it's Ryan and Josh from Singapore American School. That really was an epic. You went on for about an hour and 10 minutes. How did you feel sealing the victory at the end there?
Honestly, it was a bit nerve-wracking because I think we were down 2-0, but after when we came back 3-2, I thought we had the match like pretty easily because we had a lot of momentum going up, but they fought back really well. And then when it came to the tiebreak, I think both of us were really nervous, but I think Ryan really pulled through in the final points of the tiebreak, so I'm happy for him.
Awesome. And Ryan, like, how are you feeling in those matches? The fatigue must be hitting. The momentum was just shifting to and fro. What's going through your head? Are you just trying to focus on one point at a time?
So yesterday we played 2 really tough teams and we lost both of them. And going into today we had like that motivation that we had to win. We needed to win. So we told each other that, having pressure is not going to help us. Just have some fun. And it turns out that we're having fun. We're playing good matches. So yeah, and I think the home crowd here is really good. They're really polite. We were making double faults. They weren't cheering on, and I think that really helped us, keep our comms. And it was really nice.
Awesome. Yeah, there seems to be a couple of moments where maybe it got like slightly heated about some points, but overall, like as a group of 4, the sportsmanship was great. You seem to sort things out pretty quickly, which was good to see. So how are your schedules looking for the rest of the day? Have you got any more matches coming up?
Yeah, so we're playing ISKL for our next match, so that should be a pretty good match as well. I just want to say thanks to our opponents because they didn't really. There was some questionable calls from both ends, I would say, but I think we handled it really well, and no one really got angry at each other or anything, so I thought it was a really good match.
Yeah, it was good to see out there, and to be honest, when you're the 2 playing or the 4 playing the match, it's sometimes harder to make the calls when you're sprinting around and stuff like that. But just think about the event as a whole. How have you found the IASAS experience here at ISM so far?
It's amazing. The courts, I'd say they're the best courts in IASAS.
Oh, really? That's cool.
This is my favorite court so far.
Awesome. Have you been here before for a tournament?
No, I've been to Jakarta, Bangkok, Singapore, and here now, and it looks like the best campus so far for tennis.
Brilliant. And I heard from the ISM tennis coach and also varsity soccer coach, one who's a varsity football player as well. Is that right? Did you score the winner against ISM?
I did.
Yeah, okay, we won't hold that against you. So you really enjoy playing against ISM?
I love ISM.
Oh, cool. Any final thoughts? Anyone you want to give a shout out to? Have you got any family watching at home and stuff like that?
Yeah, I really want to say my thanks again to ISM, these wonderful kids here, being very respectful. And I would thank the opponents as well, and the coaches, the coaching staffs, and the AD office.
Awesome. And Josh, anything you'd like to add before we wrap things up?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this experience. It's my first IASAS actually, so for a first one, it's really good. We've had really good hosts. I think the tennis court's pretty good. There's always water, there's always food at ISM as well, so all that stuff kind of accumulates and makes my experience pretty good.
Awesome. So that was Josh and Ryan from the Singapore American School. They won the first match on court number 6. It was 7-all. and then 7-4 in the tie-break in the end. So you're struggling to get a closer match than that. It was really brilliant to watch. Well done, both of you, and enjoy the rest of your tournament. Thanks for talking. See you.
na nito net. High break. Dito net, tatlo na.
I think the camera's probably still pointing to court number 6. We got another ISM SAS match coming up next. It's going to be a singles one. Just while the players warming up, managed to grab Coach Johnny Taylor here from ISM. We had an epic doubles match. Unfortunately, ISM just coming out on the losing side. What are your initial thoughts after that?
I think it was a really good match. I think both teams battled really hard, and ultimately it came down to the team that could manage the pressure, right? And I think, you know, SAS at the end of the day probably played those key points well at the end, and that's what swung the tie. But I think both teams conducted themselves well, and it was a privilege to watch. So yeah, good question.
Definitely. I actually spoke with the SAS boys then and said it was good to see it. It got slightly heated a couple of times, but all 4 players managed to like regroup quickly, think about that IASAS spirit, played the game really well. So very experienced tennis player yourself. The 2 boys from ISM, they're obviously going to be gutted about losing such a close match, but I know you're a big mindset man. What would you say to them, or what are you going to say to them to help them regroup and get ready for their next match later in the day?
I think a good quote I like to use is it's not really about what happens to you, but it's about what you do next. And you know, the boys have played their heart out. The boys have given it their all. Obviously, they're going to be disappointed, but you know, the next chance is how can we regroup? How can we learn from this, and how can we go again? Because the faster we can move on, the faster we can go out there and give our best. But you know, just proud of the effort of the boys. And it's currently 1-1 between ISM and SAS. So
brilliant.
It's a brilliant match, and I appreciate all the good work you're doing on commentary, the diligence that you're taking to really take the time.
Maybe you want to listen back to it before you call it good work, but I appreciate the kind words. And as a whole, we're kind of, you know, maybe a quarter of the way through day 2 here. What are your thoughts? Are you hoping to be taking home a medal tomorrow for either the boys or the girls? I say taking home with a home team, of course. How are you feeling about the chances for the boys and the girls ISM teams?
I think it's great that we've got a really strong competition in both the boys and the girls side. I think you know, both the boys and the girls have got some really good players here. And you know, we've got from the boys side, we've got, you know, 5 freshmen in our team. So you know, it's a learning experience. It's an opportunity to kind of figure out what IASAS is, and for some of these, you know, players, it's the first time playing at home, playing in front of ISM. So you know, we'll just roll by point, and you know, trust the process and take our time, you know, and see where we end up. But yeah, the attitude, the atmosphere, and everything has been great. So it's a wonderful tournament.
Some brilliant media training there from Coach Taylor, playing that question with a very straight bat. Gave me a lovely answer. Maybe not to the question I asked, but I won't push any further. Being very diplomatic, very inclusive, all the teams here at IASAS. I'll just finish up though with one last question.
Sure.
I know you really are Mr. IASAS. Just love coaching the IASAS sports, but this is a home IASAS for you. Tennis, probably your main sport, going back to the days where you were a big player on the Guernsey tennis scene. Just how does it feel? How's the whole experience been so far, hosting this tennis IASAS as head coach?
I'm not actually the head coach. Coach Allen's the head coach, but
as the assistant coach.
But I think the really cool thing, if you look, if you can look around me, we're just surrounded by students. You know, the ultimate goal, and this is what I said to our team, you know, before we came here. You want some, you know, grade 3 or grade 4 or grade 2 student looking up and being like, I want to be the next Davide, or I want to be the next Mikey, or I want to be the next Hayden. And I think it's just great to build the tennis foundations here and to run a program, and hopefully it inspires the next generation, and ISM and IASAS can continue to grow the sport of tennis, because it's been phenomenal.
Awesome. It's good to see you wearing a hoodie as always. It must be approaching 35 degrees up here, but Coach Taylor always sporting an extra layer. You've got to make sure you keep that cold at bay, right?
Exactly. Right. I'll leave you to it, but Mr. Vince, like I said, I appreciate the hard work on the commentary.
Thank you.
I think you did a
appreciate the
fantastic
hard work
job,
from you.
and yeah, awesome stuff. Thanks for.
Have you got time for one bonus question?
Sure, one more bonus.
Been asking this to people.
Sure.
We're hosting a lot of athletes here. The important question is, what would you recommend that they buy from the cantina? What's your go-to in the cantina?
I would say, that's a tough question actually. I would say maybe go get the tofu sisig. It's pretty good from Corner Tree Cafe, and
Nice.
get yourself a smoothie as well while you're there.
Sisig is winning so far. That's the second recommendation for Sisig.
All right,
thank you,
Mr.
Coach
Vince.
Taylor.
I'll
That
see
was
you
great.
soon. Yeah,
See you.
appreciate it.
To matchup between ISM and SAS. SAS currently has a 1-0 lead. Effective lob there. That is.
It is love 30 right now.
Fault.
Second serve.
Nice cross-court backhand there from Tristan.
Good shot from Tristan from ISM.
15-30.
This is singles 2. Very entertaining match this will be. Two very good players.
ISM's player here is just a freshman, so loads of potential there.
It's out.
30 all.
Showing what the heavy topspin is about.
Good first serve there. It's a lob return at the baseline. Backhand from Tristan. Down the line there. Tristan running to get it. Down the line return. Tristan manages to get it still. Just out.
Unlucky there. Very good rally though. Very good rally. B40. SAS is in the lead.
Fault. 30-40 currently. Nice cross-court forehand from Tristan. Smash opportunity here. But he places it rather. Misses the ball there, but he's able to recover. Oh my god.
What a rally, guys. What a rally.
There
That
it
was
is.
exciting.
It's currently deuce.
I'm sure Tristan did that completely on purpose. That was just the biggest tactical play he could have done.
Call as a fault.
First serve, bad first serve. It's all right.
Called double fault by the SAS player. Advantage SAS. Tristan to serve, advantage SAS. Fault. Let there, so he's going to repeat his second serve.
Have you heard the KL commentators for basketball?
Ooh, unfortunate there from Tristan. That's game SAS. SAS has a 2-0 lead now. Tristan showing a lot of heart and ability as a freshman here. Powerful first serve, but it's a fault. We hear some cheers erupt for the other side, where the doubles, one matchup is taking place. Double fault there. Another double fault. We're having some unforced errors here from the SAS player. Matches turn around from unforced errors. Wonder if he can get back into control with this. There's another one. Tristan seeming to get some confidence here. Celebrates with a fist pump on that rally. Scores. Tristan's return is wide. Tristan is a left-handed player here. Down the line there from Tristan, playing some high top spin balls. That went for a down the line forehand, but just pushed it a bit wide. That points to SAS. Nice down the line forehand there from Tristan, and he wins the point. Tristan receiving loads of crowd support here at home. Down the line from the SAS player there. Powerful down the line forehand from Tristan. The return is high. He manages to get it though. And Tristan using his speed, but that was smart from the SAS player. A little drop shot there to end the rally.
SAS leading 2-0 heading back into this game. Powerful shot from Tristan. SAS leading love 40.
Serve.
Great recovery. Oh, and played short by the SAS side.
What a play by the SAS tennis player. Fault one by the SAS player.
Tristan. High balls being played by the SAS side.
Oh, Tristan mocking him there almost. Tristan mocking him there almost. Going for a swing on a ball that was a mile out. Down the line from Tristan. Cross court here from the SAS player.
Middle SAS
Plays
goes
at
high.
the net. I wonder what Tristan's going to do here.
Lob
Lobs
ball
him, but
brilliantly
the
SAS.
SAS
A low ball with spin made it impossible for Tristan to recover.
nice drop shot there. Fault.
Yes.
Serve is in. Loopy down the line shot from Tristan. The SAS player playing at the nets, but he's unable to hit a drop shot there. Point to Tristan.
High ball just in line. Down the line. Hits the net. Point. About the pressure playing in IASAS as a freshman, but not a lot of people know that when playing a freshman, a lot of expectations come on the player, so it could result in some high pressure for SAS.
Playing as a freshman in your first IASAS as a singles too, where your team needs you at this stage in the match. Sure, there's some pressure associated with it, but Tristan has seemed to play pretty well so far.
Out.
Tristan, down the line backhand there. The SAS player is using height to an advantage. Tristan is one of the shorter players in the tournament, so he is giving some high loopy balls at the baseline where he doesn't have much room. Like this one, as you can see. Tristan hits a cross-court backhand, but there's an interference. I think the point will be replayed. The call is out from Tristan. The SAS player has a bit of a vocal response to that. I think he needs to manage to keep his temper here. Tristan has seemed to gain the momentum a little bit. The SAS player does have the lead, but Tristan has won a couple points in a row now and has seemed to be getting more into his groove. Tristan. Cross-court backhand there.
Perfectly placed ball there from SAS, right in the corner and with strength.
There's not too much you can do against a shot like that.
And specifically on this field with the tight cages and not a lot of room to play on the backside, shots like that really are hard to defend.
That SAS have won the doubles matchup that was just being played, the doubles one matchup. So now SAS has a lead 2-1 against ISM. That means ISM needs to win the remaining 2 matches, which are the singles 2 and singles 1 matches. Tristan is the singles 2, the one you're currently watching is singles 2.
We see SAS again with the high balls.
It's a bit unfortunate. There's not too much Tristan can do about the height.
Yes, we continue to see the high balls from SAS' side, and this is due to Tristan's lack in height and also the short field and restrictions because of the net at the end.
He would have moved further back to receive those balls, but he doesn't have too much space with our courts here. Again, those loopy high balls. Tristan hits a cross-court forehand. He's tried to place a backhand, but hits it out. Has seemed to regain the momentum a bit here. He seemed to lose it a bit when Tristan started winning a few points in a row, but composed himself, and the SAS player has won a couple points in a row now himself. Loads of spin on the SAS player's shots. Drop shot there, and Tristan can't do too much about that.
Drop shot there had more spin than a 1980s disco floor. It was very hard for Tristan to get to that ball, even with his incredible speed.
You heard it from Gab himself. More spin than a 1980s disco floor. Currently 6-1 to SAS. SAS already has won 2 matches against ISM, so if they win this singles 2 matchup, they get the job done. First serve in from Tristan. Again, we see the SAS player using the high loopy shots with loads of spin. Shot is out.
Very well played point here by Tristan, and we're seeing him hit more powerful and strategic shots, possibly gaining his confidence here and could lead to a problem on SAS.
Powerful shot there from SAS, and Tristan's return to that was unfortunately into the net. Is out from SAS. He tried to go for some cheeky placement there.
Tristan, being one of the younger players in the whole tournament, has to deal with the difference in strength with strategic shots and hopefully.
Lucky shot from Tristan there. Just nicks the top of the net, and it ended up being a perfect drop. We see that happen sometimes. Nothing you can do about it with a shot like that.
There by SAS. We are starting to see SAS really get into its groove here and getting confident. Pause for a second as the crowd is blocking the view.
From SAS, Tristan. Shot is high, but Tristan hits a great down the line forehand there. The SAS player's return can only meet the net. David and Goliath. Tristan being David, of course, versus a very tall, very powerful SAS opponent. And he is matching him quite well. He is giving the SAS player some troubles, although the SAS player has gotten the best of him so far this game. That's an unforced error there from Tristan. Maybe should have hit a lob over the SS player to chase him back to the baseline.
Beautiful close to the net play there and volleys from SAS. And following on your analogy of David and Goliath, we see that Tristan, in order to win points against stronger and bigger opponents, has to skillfully craft his points and place them, whereas in this case SAS the Goliath is relying on his strength and raw power to really put Tristan in a defensive position.
Gab. First serve was in there. Strong down the line forehand there from the SAS player. Tristan's really having to be creative to work his points. The call is out there from SAS.
Be skeptical of the call there by SAS, but it is player call rules and we
To respect that call. The score on the match is currently 7-2. SAS needing just one more game to win.
this game, if Tristan wants to win, he will have to be taking bigger risks, playing harder shots in order to come back from this extensive lead SAS has gotten.
We have seen Tristan gain most of his points in this match from very well placed drops, from down the line powerful shots while his player is on the other side of the court. And I think Tristan really needs to rely on placement. Maybe take this match as a learning opportunity for him to, I guess, manage how he can play against older, stronger opponents throughout this tournament. Approaches the net, but he didn't seem to fully commit to staying at the net, and because of that, the drop, what should have been an easy volley for him landed at his feet, which he couldn't return effectively.
Yes, at this point in the match, just throw safety out the window and be going for high risk, high reward plays. Hopefully, heading into this, he will play less safe and go for a shot.
At this stage of the match where it's 7-2, safe play won't really earn him anything.
First ace of the game.
for all the people watching the live stream, although you may not be able to see this, something kind of interesting. It is book week here at ISM, and half the crowd is dressed up as Harry Potter. In the crowd are dressed up as Harry Potter characters.
Magical place to be right now at ISM.
High loopy return. Tristan jumps to find a good connection there. Tristan lobs him, but it's just out. We are receiving chants of Tristan, you're goated from the crowd.
Someone this young playing at this higher level at his age, we can only dream of what he will become in the future.
He's just a freshman. He's really giving SAS' second singles a tough time. I can only imagine how good of a player he's going to be by the time he's an upperclassman. Then going for some placement, pushing his opponent to the backhand. Now switching it up, down the line into the forehand. Once more. Once more. Neither opponent is really aiming for the sides here. They're both kind of playing it back to the middle here. But SAS player is using those loopy, high, deep baseline shots that are advantageous due to Tristan's short height. SAS player approaches the net. Tristan goes for a drop. There's some net game here, and it's in. Or the call is eventually out from the SAS. That was a long rally, but it is game, set, match SAS. ISM 3 matches to 1.
Match there, but it comes so close. A great match between both players.
Match here between Davide Laval from ISM and the SAS singles 1 player. Matchup here between Davide from ISM and Shiv from SAS. 3-0 for SAS. SAS have already won against ISM, having won 3 matches to 1.